Hey, what's up, guys? Today, I just wanted to do a real quick stream comparing a custom Hulk that just came out not too long ago and the licensed Hulk from Sideshow. Um, just kind of do a really quick comparison, just kind of giving people different options out there, between the different statue companies and the customs. And then, it was funny because they're doing all the same colors that Sideshow is doing, plus one more. I'll get to that when we start getting into the custom. So real quick, just want to say hi to everybody. What's up, Steve?
Are they gonna do a Rainbow Hulk by chance?
Yeah, Rainbow Hulk for sure.
Nah, it's going pretty good, man. It's a nice day out today, so I'll be out there in a little bit. But thanks for the invite.
Yeah, no problem, man. And what's up, Matt?
Hey, not much, man. It's just had me off having some plumbing stuff done at the house too, so kind of worked out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know we were talking yesterday about I was going to do a show, but then I kind of decided not to, and you were kind of bummed because you wanted to talk customs. So I figured I'd invite you to this, So and I'm glad you did it. So
yeah, cool. Thanks.
But all right, well, we'll just real fast get into the pictures. See if I can bring them up real fast.
It's funny because like this Red Hulk, like we talked about yesterday, and you really liked it, right? This is the one that stood out to you.
Yeah, it's my favorite out of all of them for sure.
Yeah, I had sent it to you, Jared. I saw it and I sent it to you, and I was like, man, look at this one. You know what I
mean?
Is that a double picture? I can't tell. No.
No, it looks good to me.
No, it's not.
So yeah, this is the first one we're going to talk about is the actual gray custom. This one to me actually for the actual custom one stood out to me the most because I really like the shading on it and the paint job. And the face is different. It's got that old school kind of Kirby-ish kind of look to it, but it's not that overdone Kirby.
Right.
I know.
Whereas like top of his like eyebrow is like sticking too far forward. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Like this is probably one of my favorite. Yeah, like this is probably like one of my favorite Kirby-esque sculpts, I think. Because it's not overdone.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my first time looking at this thing, and it looks really good. I do like it. Yeah, this gray one so far, and like you mentioned it backstage, what this base came from, right?
Yeah, the base is actually from like it's supposed to match up to the Logan premium format statue that Sideshow did in the bar. It's the same base. So I always thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, this looks great, man. Oh, there's the green one right behind it on the right.
Yeah, hold on.
Man, this guy always has good pictures. Look at that. Yeah, that looks good.
This is one of my favorite custom groups that's out there. So, I always like their work. Like the portrait, the blue eyes, man, on this statue, it really pops.
Yeah.
I mean, he needs some chapstick for sure, but other than that.
Strad, I gotta step off for a second. I'll be right back.
All right. But yeah, what really gets me about this one is, like I said, it's the shading and the gray and the way it looks together.
Yeah, man. Like you said, the portrait definitely like it's not overdone, and I gotta agree that like yeah, it's gonna be a beast.
Yeah, I actually had this on pre-order, but I canceled it. But I'm thinking about picking up another one. I don't know if you can see it, but he's got thumbprints.
Oh yeah, like the fingerprints on. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, there's thick nails, like a lot of detail on the like the hand on the palm. It's like really detailed.
Look at the teeth, man. That's
I gotta say,
level
yeah.
teeth.
Oh yeah, I gotta say though, I love texture on statues. This is not overly done. It's like looks like more like skin, more than anything. So you said you're gonna get this one? Are you gonna get the green one? I'm sorry, the gray one, or?
I'm thinking about it. There's also another Hulk that I'm contemplating getting to at the same time. So
Sideshow?
We'll see. No. No.
Yeah, that looks good. I've never seen a Hulk standing up, He's still like not standing up tall, but he's not hunched over too much. That's
Yeah.
pretty. Yeah, this gray one's pretty badass.
Hold on 1 second. So then this is the Sideshow one.
Day one.
Of it out there right now. They got mostly the green and the red. But the sculpt on this, like the head sculpt, I don't care for as much.
Yeah, it's like you said. This is one where it's overly done. Like his eyebrow, his like eye. Well, I forget what this part is called. The orbital bone. The
Mhm.
top section is like way overdone. Is that how
What do
it
you
is in the comics though?
Yeah, his bone on his forehead is big, like caveman basically.
But
He was more
but-
caveman-esque.
Which one's more, I guess, comic accurate? Would you say this one or what? The orbital bone sticking out like that.
I think it's more of an interpretation thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I think this is kind of more accurate, but at the same time, I think the other one just looks better plain. Like, I've just never been a fan of the big forehead. The sculpt on the shirt that looks cool, like the rips and stuff.
Yeah.
Because originally, I think he was a different color. Like his jeans were blue and had an orange shirt, from what I remember.
Brenton said Grey Hulk does have a way overdone brow. So, yeah, it's like you said though. It's like artist interpretation. So
yeah. If you could work the chat, I think you should have right. So,
got you.
And then this is the green one. This is your favorite one, right? Out of all of them.
It's a Justin Bieber, the emo, the Panic at the Disco. Yeah, I still like it.
Yeah, every time I look at this, there's like a song that plays in my head, but I think it goes like something like this.
Because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you over again. Don't need me change my mind.
Okay, get him out of here.
I hear that song every time I look at this.
It's funny because that's not the original song. That's like
Mhm.
yeah, you know.
Yeah, I know. Somebody
They did
edited it. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to borrow that.
but I've heard it so much, like on TikTok and stuff, that it reminds me of it. So, what do you think about it, Matt? You're on mute.
How's it going, Vibrant Jim?
Oh, there you go. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Like I said, I got some plumbing going on here, so the plumbers came and asked me some questions. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say.
You're not getting it. Got it.
Well, well, it's just I said this before in the chats or on Facebook. It's where's the originality here? I'm not really, what I'm saying, it's to me, it's just a quarter scale Diamond Select piece. I mean, Diamond Select did this a few years ago on their premiere series, and it's just just done nicer and bigger, but it's kind of the same thing. I just don't see the originality from Sideshow. I think it's kind of, I don't know. I'm just not feeling. I think it's big. It's nice, I guess, because it's big. But
yeah, you don't appreciate it basically because it's not something new.
Yeah, it's not something new. It's just I think to me it feels like as a collector and as a customer, it feels like it's something that was just rushed out because the market's seeing Hulks. Other companies that done some Hulks, so yeah. They want to get theirs in too. They want to keep up with the Joneses. So let's get one out. But I don't know. I mean, this thing could have been in production a long time ago, but typically that's what happens once a company finds out another company's doing something, they want to do one as well. Yeah. For competition purposes. But
there's so many things they could have done with Hulk. They could have done a thunderclap. They could have done him smashing something on the ground. They could have done, him holding a car over his head. That would have been cool, or something over his head. Like there's a lot of things they could have done. They just chose to recycle kind of the pose. Yeah, and that's just that's where I think that's a miss. I think that this was done by Bell, right? Daniel Bell. Yeah, and me and Casual both talked about it. It doesn't look like a Daniel Bell sculpt. Like every time I come on, it just I look at it again, and it does not. To me, just doesn't remind me of Daniel Bell.
One of the guys screamed out, "It's like a Canali one, like more of a Canali one."
It kind of reminds me more of a Canali because that overdone kind of
like bulky and everything.
Mm-hmm. Like nine times out of 10, when Daniel Bell does a sculpt, you can say, you without even looking at it, that's probably Daniel Bell. You know, I would never have guessed with this statue.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know. Like I said, it just seems kind of rushed out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sure.
Something to get out. I don't know. Do you have a picture of the Diamond Select one?
No, I didn't put it in here.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
but this is kind of it's big for sure. Like this guy holding it up. I don't know if like in a couple pictures he's holding them up. So I don't know if that's because it's the prototype and they're not kind of set yet or what. But it's a big statue for sure, at least.
I think it's just giving you perspective of like how it is like in front of a person. You know?
Yeah.
I don't think he's holding or anything. The leaning issue, like I don't know, like why it still continues because I haven't seen like edition size of like 5,000 Wolverines. I've seen probably 2 or 3 issues with that one.
Yeah.
The new what's her name? She's on top of that mirror. She's like just sitting on top of that mirror. She has a mirror under her.
Oh, the DC character. I forget her name. The one with the top hat.
Yeah, with the top hat. She I haven't seen any issues with that one.
Yeah.
The leading thing with this one, I doubt like 95% sure that this one's not going to have leaning issues.
No.
Yeah, that's a good.
Tana.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, it's a big piece. It looks like he's just coming off that 1 foot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I think. Well, who said in the chat? I think it was Vibranian Jim said about the price point. I get the price point and I get the pose, but I guess it's good for collectors who like Hulk, right? They want different variations of Hulk or different. Like, say you have multiple Hulks in your collection, you're a Hulk fan, and you want to get this piece, or you like to get. Doesn't matter what Hulk comes out, you want to get it. I get it.
Yeah.
But I guess the question is this? For me, I look at it from my perspective. Obviously, is this my Hulk? Is this your Hulk? Is this the Hulk that you want to get in your collection that's going to represent Hulk?
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
And so at the same time, this is kind of why I wanted to do this versus, because I wanted to let people know there's another Hulk option out there if they're just getting this because they just want to get a Hulk. But at least there's another option out there if they want to go custom. And it's a different pose. You don't see this pose often. So that's why I kind of wanted to share it with everybody. And if anybody is interested in getting that custom one, just let me know, hit me up, and I'll get you directed to the right place. So
I love that clip you played. I'm looking at it right now, and that's all I see now.
Yeah, it was cracking me up. I was looking for that song, and I was like, and that played. I was like, oh man, I got to put this in there. So
yeah,
and this is all 4 of them lined up.
Yeah, you see, if you're a Hulk collector, you get off. If I was a Hulk guy, and I had a lot of Hulk pieces, like I've got a lot of Conan, right? Because I'm a Conan guy.
Yeah,
I'd probably get all 4 of them. You know what I mean?
And then there's those guys that all they collect is certain characters.
Yeah.
I can see them maybe doing this, is getting all 4 of them at a relatively decent price. Because what is it? It's like $800 something for one of them.
Yeah, $835 or $875 or something like that, right?
I think it was $835. I'll double check.
So yeah. I mean, that's if you get all 4. I mean, that's relatively a decent price. I mean,
absolutely. I mean, you figure you could probably get 2 of those for like some of the $1,500 ones that are out there or whatever. But well, it's also going to depend on the ES too. You know what I mean? If they come out and say ES is like Darth Vader type ES, or
I guess if you got all 4, it would be like over $3,000. So
yeah,
I mean, it's $835. Yep.
Yeah.
And this is a closer look at their head sculpts. I really don't like that green one with the high end height. Like, I like that one. That
says Jarhead. I don't like the high end height.
Yeah, I don't. I didn't like high and tights when I was in the Marine Corps. Like my hair was low, like it was barely in regs, basically.
That's
You know,
hilarious.
it's funny because like it's that green one you're talking, the gamma ray one. That's a hate it or love it one. Like no one's in
Yeah.
between with that one. No one's like on that one like they are with the green. What's it called? Emo one.
The emo
So,
one.
Yeah.
That's his official name.
Yeah.
But the thing is, too, like to me, like the paint app on the red one is the cleanest one. Like if you look at their lips and stuff like that, like the paint to me looks way more cleaner on the red.
Mhm.
I don't know. I mean, this is the green version of the custom one.
I got like the gray one a little bit more.
Yeah, I do too. The gray pops. And you don't hear that very often with a gray color. You know, it doesn't really always pop. But
I think it's the shading done on this one. It's like overly done.
overly done. Yeah.
Yeah. The teeth look amazing.
Yeah, the teeth look great, don't they?
That's how my teeth are looking lately.
Fresh and clean, huh?
Yeah.
Like if I had to choose between the two Hulks, I would definitely go with the custom one, and not just because I'm into customs, just because to me this is like a superior Hulk.
A really quick question from Vibranium Jim. He says, "Do you think the Gamma is going to be the sleeper top seller though?"
No.
No.
Yeah, see, it's hater
No.
or love.
I mean,
Not at all.
you know what? It could be if they do like an ES of 75 or something like that. You know what I mean? That's how
Yeah.
that's how they make that piece the sleeper, by having an extremely low ES. But I think they made the Red Hulk the EX though, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, it's like the
store exclusive.
store exclusive.
I
Yeah,
like this
so I
picture right
think
here.
I just like the pose on this so much. Like it's not an overly done pose, and this is actually from a comic book cover he took it from. So
you know it'd be cool to have both of them.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like if I like I said, if I were a Hulk guy, I would do both.
I accidentally put a picture of my back in here. Sorry, guys.
It got mixed up. Ooh, this
And this
row
one
here.
just pops, right?
Yeah.
If
Like
if I can get any of these, I think it would be either the gray or the red. This red one.
You see how
Yeah.
the shading's
Yeah, the
not
red one
overly
looks
done on this one? On the creases or the
What were you
like on
saying?
the
Now, so
like the sorry.
So-
Go ahead.
so the question I have, Jarhead, is so with the custom one, like if you look at the green one, his hands are open. The red one, he's got his fists closed.
Closed. Yeah.
And what about the gray one? So I guess it's not the
The
hands are
same.
not switch outs, right?
Yeah. No. The only one that's different is this one with the hands. All the other hands
Okay.
are all the same. I think the gray one is got one open. Like I'm not sure if it's let me look. Hold on. Let me go back to the other pictures real fast. I'm pretty sure they're it's the same. Hold on. Yeah. Like it would have been cool if he would have done this one with two open hands.
See, I like the closed fist better. To be honest with you, personally, my personal preference.
Yeah.
Now, I thought the green one he had two open hands. No, he's got a closed hand. Okay. Yeah. All right.
I don't know.
That's
I
cigar
dig
too.
Yeah, I dig this.
Yeah, I like this. I love that cigar.
Yeah, that cigar
got
sets
that.
it off.
And he's got that evil smile.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Ross for sure.
I don't know why, man, but the paint on the red on both statues just pops to me.
This is a good one. It says, you can't go wrong with either, to be honest. But nowadays, people are thinking, how much is shipping?
Yeah, for sure. Shipping's expensive.
Some
So
people were
big-
asking, what's the price on this thing? Oh, roundabouts, I guess.
Hold on.
Ooh, I didn't see that.
Yeah. Let me look in the group real fast.
What were you about to say, Matt? Sorry.
So I was gonna say, Fair Con brought up a point. He says, is it so a museum pose versus a dynamic pose? How would you categorize this? Would this be a museum pose, like, or a dynamic pose? I mean, obviously the one Sideshow's Hulk Smash, that's a dynamic pose, but this is this a museum pose, or is this one of those like most muscular like pose, like he's getting ready to do something? I don't, you know what I mean? Or he just finished smashing something.
I
Like,
feel
how
like
do you categorize it?
It's more of like a dynamic like a dynamic museum, I would say, like combination of both.
Yeah.
I guess like that's how I would explain it. So, and then I don't know if you noticed they got the slashes from Wolverine's claws. It's supposed to match
Yeah.
up with Logan.
Yep. I love the broken glass. Yeah, that base is cool. That they copied it from that Logan one.
So I guess you're supposed to pair this with the Logan with the white T-shirt.
Yeah, it actually looks pretty good. I see pictures of it together, and it looks really good.
Hell of a bar fight.
Oh yeah, I want to say this is 12 for this. So, and the ESs are way smaller than the Sideshow one for sure. So this one is the Compound Hulk. I think there's a story or a cover that this is in that this comes from. This is already long sold out. There's only like 10 of these out there that he made. So
Yeah,
somebody was asking me yesterday for this. Actually, it was a Compound Hulk.
That's why I was gonna say, like initially, I love the closed fist and the open hand. I think like in the LBS one, like you either get both hands open, both hands clenched. So like, it'd be cool if you could get one open, one closed, and they did it here.
And this is the actual one from Sideshow, which I like this one. If I was gonna get one from Sideshow, this would be the red one for sure. I just like this one better. I mean, it's menacing. You know, the color to me pops more. Look at like its veins and everything. Like it just looks crazy.
Yeah. I wonder how the Sideshow would pair up with the Wolverine premium format. The other one where where you stand on the Sentinel hand or jumping off of it.
But Brilliant Jim says, how do you guys think the Queen Studios one would have fared against these if it was still getting made?
Oh, the one with the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like that one. I wish they would have made it. I like the red one particularly, but I think it would have stood out. It was definitely an oversized Hulk. I think it was definitely like a massive piece.
Yeah, but he was hunched over, right? Like dramatically hunched over, like he's almost like doing a push-up.
Yeah, he was coming like out of like rubble. I think that's what they were going for. It was like a comic panel or a comic cover they were going for. So I know some people hated the smoke, or you know they liked it. So it was like you said, it was like either you loved it or you didn't. So
I'm not recalling that one off the top of my head.
They canceled it, so they're not making more. But yeah, it was like a couple of years ago they were coming out with it, but they decided not to come out with it. This is another picture of the compound.
Yeah, you got to be. I mean, you definitely got to be, especially to get that compound piece. You got to be a Hulk, big Hulk fan.
Well, just like I said, this was a really small ES and it sold out real fast. So I think
it probably has meaning to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you look at the red Hulk. You know, from the price point, you know, it's good. And you also have to look at, like, you know, I said it's the same pose that they've done before, but again, I'm looking at it from my perspective as a collector, right? So I've seen other Hulks, but a lot of new guys coming into the hobby, or people, like I said, that are Hulk guys, you know, it's a good piece, you know what I mean? And then you also have to look at, again, according to the ES, which they haven't determined, who else is their target audience? Like, I could see this being sold at some of the Disney properties or down at Orlando, you know what I mean? The Marvel shop. What's the other one across from Disney? Universal. You know what I mean? So there's a lot. It's got a big target, and the price points there. For a lot of people, especially being a quarter scale, it's a big Hulk, big piece for a quarter scale. So
yeah. I mean, Hulks are supposed to be big, so either way, I think no matter what Hulk you get, it's going to be big. You know, at least it should be. I think if you're going to get a Hulk, it should be towering over your other quarter scale statues for sure.
Yeah, which makes me wonder why they did the Hulk Wolverine at 5th scale. You know,
Oh,
sure, I'd
the
love to see that.
old school one.
The
Yeah,
sideshow, the sideshow.
yeah, the old school
Yeah.
sideshow one.
Yeah.
I say old school, but I'm sure some people are like, "Oh, that's a newer piece." You know, like the older collection. You know, they're, "Oh, that's a newer piece." What are you talking about?
Yeah, you know, the 181
yeah.
cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always loved that piece. I think Sideshow was always scared to go quarter scale with their dioramas. They're doing it now, but they were scared to go quarter scale with their dioramas, I think, because of space for collectors. And I think some people prefer it to be smaller if it's a diorama. Not everybody wants that quarter scale diorama, you know. I know me and you like, but a lot of people are like, "Oh, well, let me get something smaller," because you know how much it's going to eat up space. Like for instance, that new Batman versus Joker. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's massive. It's huge. It's tall. It's going to eat a lot of space collection. So,
but I also think that you make a very good point, but it's also the price point. You know, I mean, I think at the time when Sideshow was doing some of these older pieces, people weren't spending that kind of money on statues. But I think the hobby's changed a lot. Prices changed a lot. They see what, I mean, you got guys buying 1/3. So, and they see that's a hot size statue. So they're expanding their, you know,
it's funny because is going back to quarter scale, and Sideshow's going up to quarter scale in their dioramas. So I think that's
that is funny.
Matt asked if he could see the Hulk versus the Wolverine. I did a really quick Photoshop thing. If you guys just want to check it out really quick.
Sure.
Like there you go. So that's how they would look like next to each other. The one on the right is the Wolverine Sideshow. It's 15.5 inches. And the one on the left is Sideshow a Hulk, which is 29 inches. So almost half the height. But
so it would scale pretty fairly. It's still scale pretty good, right?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be small, right? 5'5", I think he was.
It wouldn't be a bad combo to go with.
Yeah.
Not at all.
But there you go.
Cool.
So I don't know if anybody
there's a couple questions. So Jesse said, any Thunderbolts, Red Punisher, and Agent Venom out there, Jarhead?
There is an Agent Venom custom, but it's older. I haven't seen a newer one in a while. But that was, a few years back. So you probably can find them on the aftermarket, but nothing new so as far as I know. So but if you're looking for something, if I find one, I'll let you know.
I wonder if the production piece of the Sideshow Hulk will have the real looking teeth like XM. It's the first time I've seen Sideshow do teeth like that. They actually look like real teeth. So maybe.
Yeah, their teeth on this one's really good. Like they're talking about the Red Hulk.
Yeah, on the Sideshow one.
Yeah.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me look at the one I've got.
There is an Ancient Venom. There are two. The cool thing about this, though, to be honest, Jarhead, with the Sideshow one, like I do like the custom one, but like this one's getting a lot of talk, and I feel like when pieces like this get like a lot of talk, it's good. Like in the for the most part, because the Dazzler is a new character, new design, new everything. That didn't get so much talk. Like that, I'm guessing because overall, like for most collectors, that's not a piece for them. While this one is like,
it seemed like that was kind of a negative talk. Like it did get talk, but it was more negative. I think there are certain people that are going to get it.
Yeah.
But those are like the hardcore, like old school, like X-Men fans, I think, out there that want a Dazzler. But that's few and far between. I just don't understand why they made that Dazzler over a Jubilee or over a Bishop, or they could have made, more mainstream characters.
Because they heard the huge shine for it.
I mean, at the same time, I appreciate it though. Like they're going on a limb and making a new character that is hardly made. But like I don't know if any Dazzlers are being made in the custom world. So
that's true.
I appreciate that aspect, but at the same time, why not do more if they're trying to sell, like it just makes more sense to sell a Jubilee or a Bishop or a Banshee, or there's all kinds of characters they could have done.
Havoc.
You know
what I mean?
Havoc for sure. So I don't know why they decided to go that route. Maybe because of Taylor Swift. I don't know.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I never even heard of Dazzler till you guys started talking about it.
Yeah,
I stopped reading comics a while back, but
and the funny thing is, like that costume that she's in, it's not even my preferred Dazzler costume. There's another one that she was in like the 90s where she had a jacket and bandana, and it was like a bluish outfit on. But that's the Dazzler I would have preferred. I don't dig the skates and 70s look, but that's their, each their own. So
Vibranium Jim is asking, do you guys think when all the dust settles, it ultimately will come down to price and wait time? Like,
I think that's important for certain collectors. I think certain other ones don't mind waiting, and they don't mind spending a little more on a statue that they really want over something that's cheaper. But then there's guys that are, emphasize something that costs less. So it all depends on what you think is important.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That too.
It's still March, and Gio Vega, I think his name is, G Vega made like a post saying Sideshow has come out with 16 or 17 pieces, and it's only March. So what other company's doing that? Yeah.
And they just, that Batman versus Joker, I know it's from their whatever days of a Sideshow.
12 days.
Yeah, but they just dropped it down. You can see all of it, basically in all its glory. Yep. So Sideshows, they're doing things, right now. So
yeah, they're doing what they need to do, man.
Yeah.
And they don't put out bad. I got to give it to them. They don't put out bad pieces. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen anything that's like, that I would call bad or I wouldn't say it's all this is garbage. It's that. It's that. Just there might be one or two things that they could have done better with it, but nothing. Bad.
I seen the like. I know I'm into customs, but if there was a Sideshow piece that I really loved, I would get it. A certain character. If I really loved that character, just because it was Sideshow doesn't mean I wouldn't get it. But I know there are certain people in the community that because it's Sideshow, they don't want to buy it. I've seen several posts actually the last couple of days. Oh, get that Sideshow crap out of here, and oh, it's made by Sideshow. I don't want it. I look down on it. It's just I don't know necessarily where that thought process is coming from, because Sideshow has been the most consistent company out here. Their quality of service, their no drama, any of that stuff. But you see a lot of people in the community, oh well, it's Sideshow, it's cheaper, so it must be crappier.
This is the guy
right here.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, this is the guy right here that does the data analytics on stuff. He's 17 T's announced statues, and that's with counting all the Hulk variants as one statue.
Yeah, and it's just March. I really hope they show up to San Diego and bring all these statues and announce some new stuff.
I'm a maybe for San Diego, but if they confirm, I'm a 100% San Diego.
Yeah, yeah, that'll kind of solidify if you're going or not.
100%. Yep.
So yeah, I've told you this before. Like, I like pictures of statues, but I prefer videos. I've always preferred the 360. You get a real idea of the statue, like how big it is, and the presence it has. So, and I've always been that way. Like, even when like that Ghost Rider came out, I saw pictures of it, but then when they showed video of it, I was like, oh man, this is a nice statue. Just because it's something about video, it shows a different, point of view.
Yep.
So, but I'm really hoping Sideshow shows up to San Diego Comic-Con this year.
And I hope they pay for my plane ticket, Sideshow.
if you're watching this Sideshow, pay for casuals ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah, go back to piggyback on what you were saying about Sideshow, man. They got a lot of classic, iconic pieces, man. Look at the Red Sonjas. I haven't seen any other Red Sonjas that's going to top the ones they did. I mean, Prime One has their third scale. That Hulk 181 is a classic piece. The original Batman. I'm looking around my room. I got several Sideshow pieces. So
yeah, I actually got into a discussion the other day with like an older collector, like somebody that's been in the game for like long time. And yeah, it wasn't you. It wasn't you. But we were talking about it, and to me, I've always kind of gone towards XM. Like to me, like the majority of like the quote unquote Grail statues out there that people call Grails, whatever you want to call it, have come from XM. Like I can think of the top 5 out of top of my head, XM pieces that are just amazing. But then he came up with his point of view where Sideshow has come out with so many Grails from back in the day that you can't even get anymore. People don't even know about. People will show a Sideshow piece and they're like, what is this from? Where is this from? And it ends up being a Sideshow piece, because they have so much history,
right.
So it just depends on how you look at it. And I told him, I was like, to me, like the newer collectors, they gravitate like as far as the Grails towards XM.
Really quick question. Slifer's asking if you had to choose one Warhead, Sideshow Ghost Rider or Sideshow Red Hulk, which would you choose? He meant Jarhead, but
Warhead, whatever. Yeah. That's cool too. I'll change my name. Warhead.
I think Galactica sticks too.
That too, yeah.
I would definitely pick the Ghost Rider. Honestly, I think the Ghost Rider statue. Not to mention the light up feature. The light up feature to me is, I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, you got to have that on, and it takes away from the sculpt or whatever. But guess what? I'm gonna have it on. I'm gonna be showing that. So if I had to pick one, it would definitely be the Sideshow Ghost Rider.
I have an option to kick them out or an action to block them. I'm just kidding.
Hold on. Were they doing that?
Yeah, right. Or is it like this?
Like,
yeah, that's the next clip right there.
Check out G Vega's comment. He says the Sideshow have the best variety of art styles right now. I guess probably one.
I think they have the I would say that, like,
well, could it be because they have the most licenses?
Well, that too, but you can look at a XM piece and just know it's XM, right? Or Prime One. Sometimes lately, Sideshow, if I was to not know it was a Sideshow piece and you were just to put up on the screen, I would think it was an XM piece. Like me and Casual have talked about this too, like with that new Batgirl. Like if I didn't know it was Sideshow, I would have thought it was an XM piece.
Yeah.
So lately I would say they have definitely a variety of art styles, different ones. Because sometimes their stuff goes gritty, like with the Penguin and like their new DC line. Some of it's more comic book like this. I think this is more comic book. Or like more XM-ish, like kind of realistic, like that Batgirl. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, there's more detailed on XM pieces compared to Sideshow, like when it comes to like texture, paint, and intricacies of like the whole sculpt.
Yeah.
So like their Samurai line, like no one can question, like they do crazy work on those pieces, right? Or even their Transformers line from XM, they're like, that's an XM. A perfect example was a new PCS Devastator. Like when I look at that, I'm like, that's PCS. Like when I look at one from XM, I'm like, that's XM right there. XM Transformer right there. Like,
yeah,
nothing wrong with saying that. It's just like, it's like you said,
I think
one.
I think everybody has their what they gravitate towards. You know, I don't think a style is better than the other because some people really like the comic book style, and some people like the updated modern style. So it depends on what you're looking for.
Collector Zone says, "You guys make a poll yet? What's up, Jar? Sideshow called me today. They wanted to send us a Red Hulk for the July show. I told them to send it sooner. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
You want? I don't know how to make a poll. Do you know, Steve?
Only on Casual Nerd Problems I do. Okay. You got to go log. Just to let you know, you just got to log into your YouTube and load up the same video that you're watching right now. There's a plus sign on the very bottom right, and it lets you add a poll that way.
So work. Okay.
I know. I'm taking care of the comments over here, so like you could take care of that.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna
I'll get to some of these questions too.
Figure it out.
It's really easy. You'll see it. It's right under the chat on the right hand side.
Okay.
But yeah, like that was a good question, G Vega. The Sideshow the best, but Slifer answered that too. He said Prime One has more variety because they do anime. Who collects anime? Okay. Well, for me, I think Sideshow has a bunch of like things, licenses, but they at the same time, I think they use it to the max, or at least to the best.
Well, they also do.
Yeah.
They also do Hot Toys too, right? I mean, you look at the Hot Toys and the variation they do of Hot Toys. But I guess we're talking statues, not Hot Toys. So, I know, right?
Hey, so I'm in the YouTube. Where is it in the YouTube?
So you're watching our video right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so right under the chat, whatever, there's like a $sign and a plus sign, or like you see that plus sign?
The plus sign. Engage with your audience.
Yeah.
Okay, start a poll. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Figured it out. Thank you.
Yep. You put the question on top, and then you get two options. You could add a third and fourth option, but you only get 4 options. Just a heads up.
Okay.
Sorry, Matt. What were you saying?
I don't know. I was saying, well, I was talking about, I guess the Sideshow they can do other scales and stuff because they have, they can also do Hot Toys and they can do other different types of figures and this and that and everything. So they've got a lot of license for a lot of variety of things. But we're talking statues, but I kind of agree. I think that Sideshow has a wide variety of stuff, even their own line with the, with the female characters that they put out. You know what I mean? That's a whole other style, that can captivate people. So, we've said it before. Sideshow hits a lot of buttons.
You know what's cool about Sideshow too? I think compared to other companies, they're American based. When people say like if it's made in America, well, if they're American based, it's gonna be harder for them to push out product because of the cost and everything. XM Studios, I think, is from Singapore. Prime One's Japan. Like,
yeah, but they're not making these pieces here though. I mean, they're getting them shipped over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they use Daniel Bell, who's from South America, from Argentina. They're using their factories in China or wherever, and but for the most part, like Sideshow's headquarters, I guess, is based from the U.S.
Yeah, and they're able to streamline it a lot better, or a lot more of what us Americans are, used to, and as far as their operational procedures, go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're from production to delivery. They have a system. And I think that Disney helps with that, with Marvel and stuff. So they're able to tap into that.
I put the poll up in the. It's live, so.
You put the poll up in the chat?
Yeah, it's up in the chat. So.
And is the poll just the different variant?
I put green, gray, green, because it's kind of like the same kind of just a different color. The email version or the custom that I put up.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
See all that work I do behind the scenes, Jarhead, and make it look seamless, right?
You just got more experience than me. I'll get there. I'll get
Yeah.
there.
But right now I can speak those words. So okay. Yeah, I know who posted that 275 yes to get people to FOMO. I corrected them in the past. Okay. Yeah, that's 275 edition size on the red one got retracted. So in case
Really?
anyone
Yeah, because I saw it somewhere. It was 275. Because remember we were talking about it.
Yep.
So,
I think I got a screenshot of it too, but yeah, they turned it back to TBD over 275.
it might be less, it might be more now. So who knows?
I think it's completely okay. Like it's not even out. It's not in hand yet, or it's not like people paid yet or anything like that. They caught it, initially.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
What if it's 275 overall out of all the statues?
Yeah, that is.
I feel like I would order one.
That's a guaranteed sellout.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, would you be getting it just because it's a small yes?
Yes.
I feel like I like this one enough to like say yes, because this one I like, but I'm not collecting good guys right now.
But yes, that's what I was gonna say. Even if you're not collecting, like say if it was 275, let's say they broke it down. Okay, this one is 100. The other green and gray one is like 50, or let's say another 100, and let's say the red one was like, 75. Like you would pick it up just because it was a low yes.
Well,
off camera, I'll tell you. I'm kidding. No, I don't think so, man. Like I'm tired of like collecting stuff. I never collected anything for ES to be more specific. If I like it, like it's cool that it has that low ES, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, like I need to order it and not, at the same time not like it, because it's not gonna.
I mean, I'm not trying to ES shame you or anything, but because honestly, that's one of the reasons why I collect customs more than anything else, because it's smaller variety of them out there, and there's less. And to me, like I said, I like to be to have a less like the collectible aspect of it. I know a lot of people, they just love the art and they just want to collect the art, but I'm the same way, but also I like the collectible aspect of it.
Yeah.
So
that's the cool thing about this hobby, right? There's like a variety of collectors out there, but
we don't have to collect the same way.
Yeah.
It ends up being an argument sometimes between collectors. Oh, well, you shouldn't be collecting because of the ES. Oh, why wouldn't you be collecting because of the ES? Like you're not a real collector if you don't do that. So that's a good thing about this. You can do however you want to collect. So.
Well, and no matter what you say, the ES is always going to be relevant. So how you collect or what you don't collect, it's still a relevant number. And guys who say they don't care about ES, might not care about it, but it's still relevant because it's going to relegate how accessible the piece is, how the price of the piece. So, I mean, those are relevant factors that any collector would want to know.
Yeah.
And ES, if it's got a low ES, you're going to get guys. There's a bunch of collectors out here who flip. You might have one guy just grab 10 of them, stick them in his warehouse and sit on them and then flip them. You know what I mean? So you have those type of guys that do that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
And on the opposite end of that spectrum too, I've seen it to where they're not flipping them, but they just go through statues. There's those guys that will collect a statue for a couple months and then get rid of it. And there's nothing wrong with that either. But they're not gonna try to overcharge you. They're just wanting a fresh,
fresh look.
Statue.
Right.
Yeah. Because maybe I get it. So
yeah. That's like I said, like you said, everybody collects differently, so it's just one of those things.
Right now with that poll, it's 38% right now with the red is leading. The green and gray have the sideshow.
Okay.
The green and gray have 31%. Your email ones, casual, is at 8%. And interested in the customized show was at 23%. So I'll let that go for a little longer.
Yeah, the red is hot, man.
Yeah, I mean, if I was gonna get one, I would definitely pick up the red one for sure. It just pops more, I think.
Yeah, I like this one.
I like the red on either one, either the custom or the sideshow one. I think the red is just the portraits on the red just looks better. Yeah, just
Yeah.
It does.
I like the open mouth too. I wish they would have done that with the emo green one. It would. I think it would look better for maybe not so emo.
And again, I guess that's why that's the EX, right? It's the only one that has the open mouth.
Yeah.
But the cigar, honestly, that look on that one, man, that's
menacing. If I had to pick, that would definitely be the one I would pick.
I want to create a custom cigar for my XM Studios Red Hulk. That's what I want to do.
Do you see the fire in his eye?
Yeah. That's pretty.
That's how the XM Studios one is too. I love that.
What's the Red Hulk cover look like? The first one.
I think it's just like that. I think it's just like that. Like
it's just like that, isn't it? I just now realized that.
I think so. Let me double check. Red Hulk first appearance. Yep, just like that.
Well, still he's got his mouth open.
Yeah.
It just shows his chest and
his face.
Yep. I guess the argument I haven't heard all week so far is why another Hulk? I think this surpassed that argument because it came out so good.
Yeah, I think that's what it first was. Why another Hulk? Like you heard that a lot.
Oh,
but you don't hear it now. You don't hear it. Yeah. I've heard it several times. Why another Hulk? Especially when comparing it to the old, like Matt was saying, with the old pose. Mm-hmm. I've heard that in correlation with what they were talking about. Why another Hulk? But I think more people are starting to not necessarily fall in love with it, but they're starting to gravitate towards the Hulk. They're a little liking it or whatever. They want to pick it up because maybe they haven't had a Hulk yet. So,
yep.
Yeah.
Cool. The Red Hulk is still winning. It's got a bigger lead now, 43%. Green and gray is 29%. Emo Hulk is at 7%. And still
emo right now.
Still holding on. Interested in the custom I showed, 20%.
I think that was going to be the title winner.
Well, too, this one's the more limited one too. I think because it's going to be harder to get with the store exclusive.
Yeah.
So only certain stores will be able to you can't even order this from Sideshow, right? That was the whole thing.
Well, Collector Zone's in the house, so he has access to this one. Like maybe in case anyone didn't know,
Yeah, that's correct, right? That it's only through certain stores, right?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay.
Oh wow. Well, there you go.
Stores and comic book stores, like distributors or retailers, whatever you want to call them, and comic book stores. Because I did a search around my area, and there's 2 or 3 that will have this one.
Have this, but you can't order direct from Sideshow.
Correct.
So there's your sleeper right there, or not your sleeper, but your hot piece.
Yeah, I think more people are gravitating towards this one, anyways. Honestly. So I think you'll see this in more people's collections for sure.
Yeah. It'd be cool when they announce the ES on it.
Okay, really quick question on the ES. If they announce it to be 200 sellout, within a couple of days, or nah?
Yeah.
If the entire ES is 200
on the red, only on the red.
On the red.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think more people are leaning towards that one, anyways.
Wow.
So I think that'll be more of an incentive for people to pick it up.
Yep.
If people
that's the thing, though. I think people will start they're picking it up more because of the incentive of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The incentive of it's a rare piece. It's the only, it's hard to get. You got to go somewhere special to get it. Not everybody's going to be able to get their hands on it.
Yeah. Would you? I know you have a Red Hulk already, casual, but would you be interested in getting this one or no? I know you.
If I didn't have this one, I jump on this one, or I jump on the custom one that you have because I love that pose. I don't see that pose on too many Hulks, but I'm gonna not subtle. I'm happy with the one I have right now.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I definitely go for this red one. It's a bad guy, right? So
Yeah, that's why I asked. I was like, well,
Yeah.
which one would you go for? So
red one. Yeah.
I don't know if anybody noticed, but I'm drinking coffee out of a Hulk cup smash.
Yeah.
I got this for Christmas. So
That's cool.
That's
It's gray
pretty
too, right? So there you go.
no, it's green. It's green.
It's green. It looks great.
Yeah.
on the camera.
Instead of Java Juice, it's Gamma Juice.
Yeah, Gamma Juice. I need it, especially after this week, man. This week was rough.
Collector Zone says, yes, it's only through certain official retailers can't order directly from Sideshow, and a lot of those stores will not be ordering if they do not get orders. It's a big, expensive piece compared to others.
Well, but it's going to be the same price, though, right? Of $8.35.
At the comic book stores,
Yeah, it's still gonna be the same price, I think, unless
Well, the comic book stores might want to put their middleman markup on it. Yeah.
their tax. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if people actually do that though. I think they get like bulk orders cheaper than what they get. I don't know how that works. So I'm not
They
gonna-
probably, the one I know here in Maryland, he gets like maybe 3 or 4 pieces and then does it that way. Or he'll order one, and then if he has orders, he'll order extras.
Third Eye
And he
Comics.
keeps the price the same.
Yeah.
Say what?
Was it Third Eye Comics?
No, not Third Eye. Geez, he's in Frederick too. He's got 2 shops. Give me a minute, Steve. I forgot the name of it.
I want to like call those guys up because like, yeah, since they're partnering up with Sideshow, like it'd be cool to see what they got.
Collector Stone says it's $8.35 to start, but once it goes through checkout, it's $1,000. And yes, smaller shops will charge it. Will probably upcharge. So I hope Collector Zone has this out. I really want to see this in person. See what it looks like when we go there in July.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't mind checking this out.
It's called
Yeah,
Beyond Comics.
Beyond Comics. I've heard of them too.
Yeah. He's got a lot of statues in there.
I don't know, man. Like, see, and that was the first like statue, anything that I had when I went to a comic book store. I just happened to be in the comic book store and I saw Thanos on throne and the Hulk versus Wolverine statue, and I was like, "Well, what are these?" And it got me going into statues, like. So I think a lot of people's first taste of statue, that's a good, maybe a first statue to get, a Hulk.
I gotta say, like I've been going to like Comic Cons since I was like 20 years old. When I see the price tag, like when I see those price tags, I'm like, hell no. Like, hell. But like after you get your first one, it's like hell yeah, no question.
You said since you're 20, like you're like what, 22 now, 23?
23.
Yeah.
I'm an old guy, man.
Yeah, you're old. Let me know when you start getting some grays in your beard, and we'll talk.
I got 2. I got 2 right now.
You got 2? Wow. Yeah, that's
Hey,
how I started.
got hair. Hey, you didn't know he had hair.
I know, right?
But
Yeah.
yeah,
I
just wanted to do a real quick show for everybody to just kind of go over these statues, whether you collect it or into customs or whatever. I kind of wanted just to give everybody another option out there, and let them know that there are other statues basically besides a license. So it's kind of wanted to give it a go, and but like I said, it's not a big deal. Like I said, if you collect license, no, it's cool. That's how you want to go. But I just wanted to give everybody options.
Yeah, I like this idea too, man. If it comes up again, like a versus license versus a custom, I love
Yeah,
that.
it just happened to had come out, and they're in the process of still making them. So it was kind of good timing. They all came out at the same time, and they're all the same color, except for the compound Hulk, which, like I said, it sold out immediately. There was only 10 of those. So
yeah,
but the custom one, I want to say it was 12. So obviously it's a bit more expensive than this, but at the same time it's a little bit more rare. So Well, a lot more rare, depending on the ES of this. I'm sure the ES on the Hulks are gonna be more. But you guys have anything else you want to talk about with these Hulks, or?
No, man, I love the idea, to be honest. Like I said, like the verses, like it doesn't even, I might start doing this too, like with other ones, like newer piece versus older piece. Are you gonna
Mhm.
keep it and stuff like that? I love the
Yeah.
idea. It's also cool, like people that don't know about these, like I didn't know this custom existed. Like
Yeah.
honestly, it's like you said, more options the better, and
Yeah.
you don't have to collect, you know, you don't have to like watch this or like argue just because you
I'm
only collect license or only collect.
I might do that as a segment from now on. Is actually like when Sideshow comes out or any company comes out with a
Yeah.
statue, if there's a custom one being made right now, I'll do a versus of it. I think that'd be
Yeah.
cool. So that way it'll give somebody an option. They don't necessarily have to go that route.
Yep.
So
Yeah. No, but big thank you to you for the invite, and it's definitely that emo song is gonna be stuck in my head for the rest of the day, so it's all good.
which emo song are you talking about?
Because tonight will be the night that
Matt, man, thanks for showing up today, man. I know, like I said, you were bummed yesterday we didn't have an actual show, because you love customs just as much as I do. So
Yeah, that worked out okay yesterday. I'm glad for Ant. He got his blob in. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that thing is massive. Did you see how big it is?
Yeah, man, it is.
Crazy.
It's a fat boy. I'm really digging both of these. Yeah, I'm really digging both of these Hulks, man. I like the red ones, man. And as much as I say the blah about the Sideshow one because it's the same pose, the red one's would be a unique one out of the four. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's
Well,
pretty
the cool
cool.
thing too is if you have a green Hulk already, well, now you can get a bad guy. Now you can get one of his nemesis. So
Bingo.
People were complaining about another Hulk, but guess what? Now you got a villain too on top of that.
Right.
So, if you wanted to go that route, because you have another Hulk. So
what's a custom produced code, by the way? Is there 10%? I'm just kidding.
we don't have those in this community. So. We got the custom produced high five. Good job.
It's so funny. I remember there was a post that it was a Sideshow group or something like that, and they were posting it. Show us a picture of your statue or whatever, and I did, and one of my customs was in the background. It immediately got kicked out. It was funny.
I think there's more tolerance nowadays for customs in the collecting world. It doesn't seem as hush nowadays. So
yeah.
But all right, guys. Well, let's get out of here and enjoy your rest of your afternoons. So I know Catherine's got to go on a hike. So
she has to go on a hike. Well, yeah.
you're going too.
Yeah, I'm going to, but yeah, just putting it out there too. It's not my idea.
Your preferred idea. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Let's get out of here. Bye. Take it easy, everybody.